Then deeper down, Rosenthal sees a tail fin of a very large fish. And Wade has seen it too.
How many do you see? I think I saw 3. There's more than that. Yeah. There's a whole pile of them in here. Yeah. And not like you think. Not kidding you, there's at least 6 in here. They're all stacked in there like cordwood. There's some powerful animals in there too. I would not want to run onto those 9 feet long. They're just such a horror. Oh. And they're strong. They're really strong. One of them just walked the camera with a tail. And I'll tell you, this is not a fat catfish. This thing is strong. I can see it could pull somebody in. Yeah.
What they found is a group of 6 goonch catfish. Another name for the goonch is the giant devil catfish. This is the first time anyone has been able to get close enough with a camera to film the entire fish in its natural habitat.
And I just happened to find it by luck, really. Looked, and there was 1, and there was 2, 3, and there was 3 on the wall. There was 6 of them right in the area about 2 meters. They're kind of spooky fish, and especially in that dark overhangs. Their tails are just sticking out. At least 5 or 6 feet long in there. They bumped the camera a couple times underwater, and I could feel their strength.
Each goonch is as long as Rosenthal is tall.
You could just see the width of them. That's the body. The overall length of the thing, you know, it really honestly was, you know, that big and more.
Wade has proof that there are large freshwater fish in these waters. And not just 1, but at least 6.
And looking at its teeth and the size of its mouth, I think, you know, that could pull in a small child easily. I mean, whether it, you know, what it could swallow is another matter. But the chances of that being the biggest fish there is are, you know, sort of are minuscule. They must be bigger than that.
What if a freak goonch catfish had been feasting on the dietary supplement of human flesh from funeral pyres? Is the Seuss, the monster described by the eyewitnesses, actually a giant goonch catfish? Joga Singh, who has lived and worked on the Kali River for over 60 years, supports this theory. If Singh's testimony is true, and there are super-sized goonch 3 meters long, the likelihood of this fish being the killer appears still more compelling. His description matches exactly the predation technique employed by many large catfish. But without tangible evidence, the case remains open. To lock down the killer, Wade needs to find an outsized goonch catfish so large it would be capable of first drowning and then consuming an 18-year-old man. The only option left is to try and fish one out.
I have at least got a much clearer idea of what I'm dealing with now, and you know, I have got, you know, the right kind of gear to deal with it, but it's still a needle in a haystack.
With the monsoon season fast approaching, time is running out for Wade. He's also faced with a river filling with meltwater coming down from the Himalayas.
I've just got to get cracking. I've got to get a bait in the water in front of something.
From the edge of the fast water, Wade casts into the deeper pool. He employs industrial strength gear, a 5 centimeter long hook on a steel trace. Suddenly, he's got a take. He thinks he's captured the culprit. But he's losing his judgment. The cameraman is getting nervous.
Very strong, mate. I'm worried about you.
He's aware that in this section of the river, the turbulence might pull Wade into very deep water.
I know we want it, but think your safety, please.
No, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry.
Wade is convinced he's got one of the flesh-eating monsters. Biologist Jeremy Wade believes he's hooked onto a creature that might be responsible for at least 3 human deaths.
I know we want it, but think your safety, please.
No, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry.
Wade has become obsessed with catching the killer, the giant goonch catfish.
Oh, wait a minute. I hope it's not gone. No, it's gone. It's gone. It felt more than a match for me, actually. It felt more than a match. I really don't know, all the time it was on, I just felt, I don't know, this is not going to be lucky to get this in. It was very, very strong and in strong water.
Spurred on, Wade devises a new plan, helped by local villagers.
One thing people have said about this creature is that it is actually attracted by commotion on the riverbank, particularly the flames, vibration, smells, everything associated with these riverside funerals. So I'm building a simulated funeral pyre to try and call the creature in.
If the goonch has developed a taste for human remains discarded from funeral pyres, this could lure one in.
Something very powerful on here. Try and relax and keep a bit calm. It's a goonch.
There's just a glimpse of its big tail.
It's a goonch. It's goonch, no, it's goonch. It's in the fast water. There's a lot of line out and some very strong water the other side of it, so it's very, very touch and go, very touch and go. I'm going to have to go for a swim.
With a fish this powerful, Wade could easily be swept away into the whirlpool. Amazingly, the goonch is still on the line.
Now!
That is a serious sized goonch. That is a man-sized animal. That is as big as a person. It's bigger than a lot of people around here. That is a big fish. They do exist. The goonch do exist. 6 foot of muscle behind that mouth, and those teeth are just like shark teeth pointing back. If that got hold of you, there'd be no getting away. Is it off the ground?
This goonch catfish is 161 pounds, 73 kilos.
161 pounds.
A world record. 1.8 meters long and measuring 112 centimeters across its pectoral fins.